Well, hello everybody. It's been a long time, but I've been very busy and recovering from a few illnesses that got the better of me for a while, but not long enough to shut me down totally. So I'm busy as always, and I'm sure everybody is. Summer's on now, middle of June, and just waiting for that skip to come back for May eastbound, you know, to the UK. Well, what do we got going on here? Well, this is a little part of a tower. The top part of an old tower I got from somebody they gave me, and I had the bottom part too. But I wanted something small, like within a realm of 10, 12 foot that would do me, and this had a bend in it, and that's part of the reason I got it, and I cut the bent part out and still had enough. And it's all homemade, looks really good. So I cleaned it up some and painted it, and then I've got a 10-foot piece of pipe in there, and then I've got a pulley there so I can pull that up and down. And if I move this closer, I got to watch out because of the sun is just unreal. It's coming out, so we have another project in mind for this, and let's see if I can get over here. And I got a hosta in the way. Now you see my shadow, but there's nothing that's level around here. We're in the mountains. So down, yeah, that's not too bad. I bumped the mic. Sorry. So let's come right down here. You can see I just cemented the whole dang thing in there. I've got a ground there. And there's water runs under the ground here. And I had to be careful with the actual grounding rod because once I hit and got it into one rock down about 6 foot, boy, I knew it. And started to dribble some water. So I think we got a good ground. So I have the actual chassis grounded out and tower. And then I have a ground on the side of the shed next door here, right 10, 12 foot away. And that goes into my antenna tuner. So I've been working on this in my spare time, and it's really a very humid day, but we're going to take it. We've had a lot of rain. Then we had a dry spell before that, and we've had some cold weather also. So you do what you can. So today I'm going to attempt to put together something I bought, and a new antenna, and let me run this up a little. You can see the pulley better, maybe. Yeah, see the pulley? It's very simplified. And you can see there's a lot of flowers. I'm in the flower bed now, actually. And let's see if I can back out a little bit here. Yeah. Horses are out, of course, and we're working. Not much wood left after the winter. Antennas on the rise in the back of the house. So it is a pretty day. Everything's green. I'm sorry we ran right into the sun there, but maybe it'll dot it out a little bit. Well, I figured I would try something, and I ordered myself a couple months back a Vector 4000. I do have the directions and everything in the shed here with the antenna itself. It's a 7th, 8th wave. That's the only way I can figure it, and because it's a 27 foot plus inches overall, and it looks like it is. I've looked at it all. It's the basket from the astroplane like I have. It's the same parts. Right down, yeah, it's the same parts on that. And then, of course, you have that tall, very tall part that goes straight up. So I haven't seen many in the States. Of course, it's a Siro, and it's aluminium for Glenn, Delta X-ray 444. So we're going to be trying to put some of it, no, we're going to put it together. And yeah, the first thing is part of it is the gamma match. And it's the same one that's on the astroplane that I run all the time frequently. So I'm going to just tune off now and maybe get some parts together, get a video going. And again, I don't know when you're going to see these. I'm going to patch these along, but we'll see what happens. Everybody have a nice day, and hopefully there'll be no rain for 4 or 5 hours. Give me some time to at least get this thing together. You all take it easy. Good talking to you. Hope to be talking to you soon. Sorry again, but again, I did have the COVID after a battle of near pneumonia for a couple of months, and then after I got better from that, yeah, I got the COVID, which was devastating. And but I'm back now anyway, and I went back to work very quickly. I never missed a day feeding the horses or any of that. So, but I'm feeling better, and as much as I can for an old man. You all take it easy. This is a ghost. New York 202. We're located in the Adirondack Mountains, state of New York, in the USA. Our elevation is, let's see, what is it, 1,260 feet? Oh, look at that. There we go. There's some beautiful birds just landed right here. And they have babies, and I don't know. Well, here we are again, friends. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm trying to stay out of the shadow. I'm out in the shack now, and the last video I showed you the little mini tower there, my test tower, as I'm going to call it. It's it'll get up over 20 feet, of course. I probably forgot to mention that as it sets now. So here we are at step one with the Siro 4000 Vector. And I'm looking at all parts and pieces, and they're all separated, pretty much so, for where they're going to go and the job they got to do. So that's nice. Everything is totally bagged differently. And then, of course, the mounting brackets. I got a few more pieces in the background that'll come into play. So anyway, this is going to be the main pole, of course, down here on the right side, if you're looking at this. You can see it. Well, let me come around here. Oh, I got the wire in the way. All right, let me do the pointer. Whoop, boy, I'm noisy. So here we go. So this is where your coaxial, your 259 connects. This is where this piece is actually going to connect as such, right? And we're going to do some measuring on that. And then up at the far end here, hold on a minute here. Yeah, can you see that? I have the bracket there, so I've got the measurement I need. Oh, that's not good on the microphone, sorry. I have the measurement that I'm going to need there, and so I'm going to just get that set and some of the numbers that I crunched for what I want to do. Now I'm trying to set mine. I'm going to try to get the best SWR and resonance somewhere up around 38, 39. 40 I'm not so interested in. 415 I am for sure. 405 now, but 415 and some of them. So I'm trying to, rather than tune this thing down to channel 20 for my center, I'm not going to operate down there on CB. Well, if I do, it's not a big deal. But so we're going to see what happens here. We're going to go slow, and I don't know how long I have good weather. So here we go, and we'll be putting this together. A couple wrenches. You saw the parts there laying there. Directions are pretty straightforward, but it's one of those things. It's good to sit down and do the math, go over it, think through it before you start. Okay, here we go. I have dielectric grease, and I also have, I guess, some kind of dielectric tape that Glenn kept recommending. You know who that is. Delta X-ray 444, I guess is what he calls himself. Yeah, that's good old cousin Glenn. All right, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. We'll be putting stuff together here. Don't need many tools, I don't think. Well, how's everybody doing today? It's been a few days since I've been working on the antenna because it's been raining, so I have tried to get in and out, but we've had a lot of rain. So we're working on the Vector 4000 again here. And you can see, I don't know, I don't want to get too much in the picture, but you can see what's going on right here. These are our connectors. That's going to be the bottom of the basket. And let's see if we can, oh boy, I don't want to spin that totally right now, but I'm, well, you can see it perfectly down below. You can see the rod. That's got the black on it, part on it, and that's gamma tuning, right? And I've got that set somewhere close to what I think I need to have it. I've taken and greased everything. With dielectric grease, I always do that anyway. That's part of the dig. So when you see up the top, this part here, as I move the camera by the yellow back of the chair there, that's going to be the top, and we're going to put 4 rods in. I have to measure them, and once we get those in, then we'll be connecting the bottom parts, rails. And the directions are pretty good. It never mentions you need a wrench, but believe me, you're going to need a wrench. And of course, everything is in metric, so I'll sit down and do the math, and then I'll go back and check myself on the computer. So everything is going pretty good on this one. And my next goal is, if nothing much going on today, we're in for 5 days of good weather, I guess. And so we'll take advantage of that. But I guess what I'm going to do right now pretty much is I'm going to grab a hold of the rods there and get them marked down. I've already done the conversion, marked to where I need them, and use some dielectric grease, and I'll slide those into the 4 runners you see now, and I'll get them at the right distance, and then you put a screw into that, and it penetrates and tightens. So, and then it'll be putting the again the pieces on, and you build them on each one too. Well, you'll understand once you see it. I'll try to stop midstream and make a little video. So you can see some RGU8 in the background there, and I've had that stretched out for a while. And in the previous videos, I believe I showed some parts of the little antenna tower that I made there with a mast on it, and more for just out here, and we're going to see what this antenna does. So on that note, I'm going to get back to work on this, because sooner or later she's going to come out and tell me to do something she wants done. So, but it is great weather, and hope everybody is doing good. It's time. We had enough rain. If you can't start a fire in the woods with a can of gas and a blowtorch, I'm telling you, it is wet out. So you all have a good day. Talk to you on the next one. New York 202's on the side. Drew saying thanks for tuning in, friends. Hey everybody, how you doing? Another video here. I got my microphone. I'm dragging along so I can put it here. Get ready. Here we go. Bang. So this is I'm putting the last what would be called the top or bottom piece, depending on what school you go to. It's kind of weird. So I've already built my astroplane. It's very close. Very, very close. So what I do is I've got this pre-marked, just 51.5 inches after I do the conversion. And this is diet electric grease. Alright. So I pretty much put this over here. I've already got the others done. So they fasten in with a self-tapping screw, which got them tight now, but I go around and get another little twerk on them. There's my line. Not the best line, but I'm going to measure it again anyway when I line it up. There we go. So why do I use this grease? It does a great job, and if you take it apart, it's so much easier. And it keeps the connections going, right? So here we go. Just weasel that in a little bit there. That we should be right there somewhere. And I gotta just look and see if it's somewhat straight. It'll give a little if it ain't. And then I'm gonna come over here and one-handedly, I'm gonna measure this and see how close we are, and then spread that grease out. So here we go. There we go. The 51.5 inches. So 300 feet. And then what we're gonna do is come over here and walk off camera and go in the bucket. Believe me, I don't take. Oh, you probably can't hear me, but I'm running out of parts, but I have the right amount. But I always keep everything in a bucket, and I don't take chances on losing stuff. I won't even bring it out here, all of it. So then the next Googler, yeah, like the dielectric grease. It's good stuff, worth some money. I've got some of that, I forget what you call it, dielectric tape, I guess, and it shrinks and then hardens, and Glenn there, Delta X-ray 444, he advised I do it, and I've never done it. Maybe some tape or grease or something like that. And how are we doing here? Right in the money, right? It'll grip pretty soon. We hope. There we go. And yeah, Glenn, I broke it. But anyway, you can see what I do. The grease pumps out. I'm going to put it on the top. Done it on aluminum and on the screws. So, there we go. So let's back up here. There we go. So, that's what we got for that part of the deal. Next thing I'll do is I'll take the brackets, they're curved, of course, and I put two here, mine two here, and that's how that part's made. Over here, I hope everybody can see me up at the end. But anyway, there's some holes in the pipe, and that's where that 27-foot piece or 26-foot piece comes in. Not quite sure. But we'll be working on that soon. But anyway, with that, I'm going to say so far so good. Everything's tightened. I'll go back over it again one more time. And you'll know that metal gives a little, and especially aluminium and the plastic and all that fun stuff. So anyway, we'll see what's going to happen. As Glenn told me earlier, I went from a quarter wave. Well, I did have a full wave center fit I pulled up last summer, and we did really great on that. But this is going to be out here on the shack, of course. So this is again is a Vector 4000, brand new out of the box. I've had it sitting in a box at least a month and a half now, I think. So, hope to catch you soon on the next one. And if you do buy one, and it's not a big deal, I think with most of us, we're pretty good on that. You're going to need a couple wrenches, an adjustable wrench or two, and it's not a big deal. The Allen keys, the tool, they include that for both parts you'll need it. Over here is going to be all Allen keys for your tightening and putting these brackets together, and of course now the grease. So I greased down below in here. You can barely see it, but I have. And I did, of course, did that when there was still an opening, and then clamps and squeezes it out. Yeah. So sorry, I got grease hands now. I'm going to have a smoke and take it from there, and this is going to be that part of the antenna, and the most labor intense, I think, putting it up. Yeah. Thanks, friends. How we doing today? I don't have my controller right on me, so I got to do things this way. So you can see the base part. That's the coaxial connection for the antenna, 50 ohm. And then you can see your struts attached. They come up as you're looking at this thing, and they come to the spreader. And then we can see that we have the two pieces put together within that spreader. I've greased them, and you can see the screw on there if you look at it pretty close. I don't know if I'm showing enough, it's hard. And then you come to your hoop. That's about centered. And you can see it there. That's adjusted. I'm running right now. I'm running 1.0. So I'm going to take that. Again, it doesn't do well because I don't have it's not on the pole and grounded and all that fun stuff. So, but it's working, receives like a champ. If you've been listening and hearing anything in the background, that's actually it receiving. We'll go over there in a while and do a different video, but I'm not gonna transmit much on the linear until I get it up because it's where I want it. Now, let's zoom out here. Okay, everybody, thanks for bearing with me. And let's go for a ride. So it wasn't that hard to put together. I did it in pieces and parts and yeah, let's get so we can see the top of this thing here. And remember, it's on ground level. Well, hello, friends. How's everybody doing today? Well, this is it. This is my Vector 4000. Again, it, to say the least, it was very easy to put together, I thought. Um, I did use that special grease or whatever that you would use, dielectric. And anything that slides into each other, they get that treatment and then wiped clean, patched. And then I went over it with that dielectric tape there, the Delta X-ray 444 demanded that I use. Ugh. Anyway, that's expensive. It's not very hard to use, but it is fantastic. I got to say that. So this thing's a monster. This is big. So I've got the coax on it, and I've got my outside system here. The only difference from last year, of course, is that I said I was going to add the Lincoln too, and I did. And I've been running my SWRs and just where it's setting. Um, and what I'm getting right there is 1. It might go to a little bit teeny higher, certain channels, but it's zinced right in there about channel 39, 38, really working well there and perfect. It hardly moves the meter. I can get up above and get to 415, 425, and there's no real. And I have a tuner, of course, and it's just I have it neutral. I'm not even. I tried. I just for the giggles I went around with it, and it's not making any effect. So, which is cool. I mean, that means that it working without that, but I'll leave it in tow. Shows me my power and stuff like that in audio. So I was receiving pretty good. I was getting some stations out of Florida just like this, and I didn't really try. I didn't want to interfere with anybody, but so it's looking pretty good. And if my SWRs are this good down here, then they'll be the same above. Kind of amazing. So I don't know if I can zoom in here a little bit without messing this up, but maybe we can come over here to the right. And there's your basket goes up, and then from the basket, all right, and we can start to see that. So, as Glenn would say, there's nothing like going from a quarter wave all the way up to the. So they say this is a 7th, 8th wave. I'm pretty much sure on that. You know, one thing I will say, if you look here at the bottom, if I can, oh my God, I'll never get it adjusted right, is that one thing I like about is coax connections at the very bottom of this one. Everything else I have, it's up. It's up 6 foot, or 12 foot or 9 foot, whatever it is. So yeah, exactly. So this one is right at the base. So next will be getting it up on the. Can you get a shot on that there? Yeah, there it is. There you can see it. Let me back out a little bit. And yeah, we'll be getting it up on there, and it's not going to be too hard a job. So I wanted to show some of this and everything's ready to go. So I think I'm just chilling out the rest of the day, and tomorrow will be the day to get it up on the thing. I'll have a friend come over, and we'll get another. I have some big ass step ladders for sure, and get on either side of it, and I'll just bolt it up there. But if anything's you going like what was happening, I was picking up. As a matter of fact, Glenn, if you're listening, and my battery's going out too. But if you are listening to this, um, you know that guy in the coconut tree down in Florida? He was on. He was on. That's twice I've heard him now in 2 days, once each day. Our buddy there, he's on. So we'll see if I can catch him tomorrow. All right. I just wanted to show you what I got going. I'll show you the rest. But again, the SWRs are working out fine. And I stayed right to my mathematics and double checked myself in my conversions from metric to inches. Be ready for that if you buy one. And we'll see what we get. But right now I'm enthused because yeah, it's also odd as hell looking. I'm sure we're going to get some looks. You all take care. See you later. We're having a nice day here. Farrier's coming over, and we got two horses to get done. We did the female a couple 3 weeks ago. Just getting over those bruises from that one, so it's time for new ones. Everybody take care. Good skip. Catch you on the radios, and behave. Be kind to each other, and let's get some distance. Get ready, folks. It's gonna be coming. Give it a couple months. We'll be talking into the UK. Like that is my thing. So, and Europe, but I'm looking for the UK. Even though Glenn will be, I'm not going to mention it. Hey friends, how's everybody doing? Gonna do a little bit of a short video. Let this run for a minute. Okay, that's the president, as you see, the Lincoln 2 Plus, and that's of course on the Vector 4000. There's my tuner, which is absolutely useless. I got nothing to tune. I mean, I'm set at basically neutral, and it's 1.0. So I fiddled with it and found that it doesn't really do much under these circumstances. But that's okay. That's good to hear. That it only little teeny movement. So on top of that is something you're familiar with if you've been following me, my KL 203 and 203 rather. I'm sorry. And I got to be careful with that because the Lincoln will pump about 12 watts out on AM, and those are good for a couple 3 watts, and yeah. So I got to keep that adjusted, make sure I stay there. I got a little teeny cooling fan on the side up top there I put on, which I probably don't need, but it does get warm in here. On the left side, there's a little bit of a box. There's a red light on. I don't think you can see it with the sun. And that's my power controller there. Everything is fused in the back individually. The speaker's on the right there, and that's where we're listening to. That is one of those newer variety, I guess, noise canceling Lincoln microphones. Works great. Works great, yeah. We're running off a battery, 12-volt battery, 990 amps, fully charged. I have a bigger battery sitting to the side, and we'll switch to that soon. So you can see we're on channel 38, lower side. I need to bring the book out and sit down and go through this radio, because it's so different to program or move through the programs. You got to have the book. It's in code like. So that's what we're doing here today, and it's been a project, and it's not a bad project for me because, well, it really worked out great. I got those antenna masts. Although they had a bend in them here and there, I was able to cut around that. Now I've got a pristine 20-footer out there, bigger, and I'll be working on that soon. I don't know right off when, but so you can see our antennas receiving. It's doing well. So when this thing gets up another 20 feet, where it's going to be, remember it's on ground level. You saw it. So, so I don't want to babble on too much there. And I know Glenn's going to get this. So, Glenn, that's what's going on, dude. I'm at that part of it. Once I get it up, it'll be better grounded, of course. And then yeah, I've got stuff ready to go there. So, um, very happy with the Lincoln. Once I figure it out again and remember how to. uh, anyway, it's well worth it, though. So I'm going to call it with that. I got to get busy. I got some mowing to do. And you all take it easy. This is New York 202, The Ghost Groove. And wishing everybody well. And thanks for bearing with me. I know a lot of you knew that I had some like pneumonia and got over that, and then got to COVID and got over that. And a little behind here, but I'm still working and feeling really good compared to what it was. I hope everybody's well. Praying for you all, and God bless you and your families. Have some great DXing, and I'm sure you'll hear me on the system when it's in another day or so. And I'll get a video of that too. All right, Glenn. I forget. I think this is video 6. Take care, bud. Yeah, yeah. Why don't you let me get up there? Well, that was there to hold it, so the space, so we could only go in the one who was the table. Now, I was thinking that, and then again, yeah, I see that red line going there. So my thought was, that's where the antenna goes. That's where the antenna could go in here. Now, I was just getting this so it wouldn't move, because he was like, yeah, it's out when I get on this. It's like, yeah, I know. So do you want to take the tape off so that we can leave it on? Well, we can tighten it down, and I can, after a while, get the others on it. So before you slide that on there, does it also? Exactly. We can do it that way, or we can do it that way too. The two of us might be able to. I just thought it would be able. Oh, I'm sorry. So you're kind of like. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if we can do all three at once. I think I'm broke. Yeah, so I put this in. These are staging. So your flat plate first. Yeah, there you go. There's your hoop. You got the 4 beamers facing in. Yeah, the other. Washer on each one and then up. Yeah, yeah. We got lock washers. However you want it. So it's a little greasy because I've used dielectric grease, and then I've used up here later. You see this black stuff. Hey, it's fucking expensive dielectric tape, and it seals. Once you get it spread, you get it touched to it. Okay. Yeah, you might have to help me. I don't know. No, I'm gonna like so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, right? I don't know if I can. 1, 2, 3. Don't matter. Yeah, let's go. Yeah. How you got it? Yeah. I don't know if we can do it, but if I can do it all at once, but let's see if what it is. No, I think the okay. Yeah. So how's it going? So you. So this heading